Goober gang, what's up? I want you to pretend that you caught a record size fish. What would you do next? Not sure? Either was I, so I reached out to 10 different anglers that you know through YouTube and surprised them with the same question. Follow along through this 10-part series to figure out what they had to say. This is Dan and you're watching Green Machine Outdoors, the channel where we catch a lot of quality fish and we try and teach you some tips and tricks so you can catch some for yourself. In this video series, we reached out to 10 different anglers and asked them what they do if they caught a record-sized fish. We surprised them with this question so you can watch their answers unfold on camera. After their interview, we let them choose who the next guest is gonna be. What do you say? I think it's time to hear from the anglers. All right, well, I've got Stan 2 over here from 2 Stans Fishing. Where do you fish, Stan?
Well, the mighty James River, my opinion, it's one of the, and by the way, good question, Dan. That's one of the, in my opinion, it's one of the best rivers, best catfish fisheries in the country. I think it's important that you stand behind the waters that you fish. The more time you spend on that river, the more you're going to learn.
Well, it's funny you asked that question because I've got a question for you. It's a big one.
Uh-oh.
Let's pretend you're out on the water right now and you hook into the fish of a lifetime. We're talking state record. You said James Rivers. This could be world record. I want to know, what's your plan for when you hook into that fish? What are you going to do for the next potentially 48 hours? What's your plan?
Wow. Yeah, you said big question. Thanks. That's put somebody on the spot. Why don't you? I think we all dream of that and we all talk about it, especially when you fish waters that realistically that can happen. And you were talking even state records. It could happen anywhere. Ooh. That is a really good question. First and foremost, for myself, the health of the fish is what's most important. Man, that, and think about it. Just like you said, we're pretending we're on the water right now. Right. You are excited. You are just, this is the fish of a lifetime, and there's all kinds of things going through your head, and I really don't even know the steps of what you would have to do. I know there's things like certified scales, but who do you contact? Where do you go from there? That is wow. Like I said, my first concern is the safety of the fish. Now that being said, unless I'm with you or a stand 3, I'm pretty much bank. And if you've got to transport a fish to get it weighed, well, how many bank fishermen have access to something like that to move the fish out of the water?
Right.
We could take it up for pictures or things like that, but if you have to bring it somewhere, boat fishermen, most boat fishermen have a live well, and they might be able to do that, but then you're talking about the stress on the fish. If it's a world record or a state record, is your live well big enough to handle a fish like that and keep it alive? And man, that is probably definitely something I need to look into, because like you said, that there's in the James, not only a chance at a state record, but world record fish. It's right here. I think the current one is Kerr Lake, I believe. So
I think the top biggest 3 fish are only 2 hours away from us ever caught in the world.
So, and you and I have both seen what can happen in the James River. So yeah, that's a definite. You got me, Dan. You got me. You put me on the spot. That was a good one. But yeah,
that's kind of what I expected. I don't really have the best plan myself, and I'm hoping this video brings a little awareness to it all. But I tell you what, you're going to get the chance to put the next angler on the spot. So when we close this interview out, I'm going to call up whoever you tell me to call. I'm going to ask them. Who's it going to be?
Whoo. Now, I'm debating this because, I'm just your average guy at home. I got the YouTube channel, but I wonder how somebody that does tournaments or things like that, I wonder if they have an idea or a plan in effect if they were to do that.
Have a particular person in mind?
I am thinking that's a good. Yeah, boy, on the spot again. 2 times. We could go with somebody like, who might be interesting, and it might help him get some exposure here in our world is
Just because this video is over doesn't mean the fun has to stop here. Check out these videos down below. Catch you some more goobers while you wait for our next video to drop. Later.